Earlier this week, this channel called People Make Games made this video about Roblox saying that they pressured them to delete a previous video that they made. So I'm going to respond to this video, but first I want to address the first video because otherwise it feels like I would be starting about halfway through that conversation. So in this video, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about that original first video that they made over there at People Play Games, and that is investigating how Roblox is exploding young game players. So there's some expectations that they have for Roblox that I'd just really like to talk about in this video. So without further ado, let's just get right into it.
But that cut is shockingly small.
So right there, one of the first points that they addressed in their first video is about the cut that developers make on Roblox. Now, this is one of the points that I can definitely agree with. Roblox takes a larger cut than most in the industry, and there could be a lot more that could be changed about how they're paying their developers. They do have premium payouts, they have dev Xing, and they also have cuts. Now, I think it would be awesome if they shared the cuts a little bit more, if they made the dev X amount more, and if they made the premium payouts more. The premium payouts are new, and those have grown significantly since they started that program. So I think Roblox is really on their way to trying to do that. But on this point, there is something that I can agree with Quentin right here, is that the cut is pretty small and that the cut should probably be given a little bit more to the developers to help incentivize them to create great games and help them to succeed on the platform.
Which is why the moment that Roblox's core player base of 9 to 15-year-olds start playing, they are submerged in this idea that they could be an entrepreneur.
Okay, now this is a common theme that we're going to be talking about in this video that was common throughout this video and both of these videos that we saw from these guys over at People Make Games, is that the idea of being an entrepreneur seems like it's going to be super easy. Like Roblox is somehow saying in here that it is easy to be an entrepreneur. So throughout this video, we're also going to draw a few parallels, because there's a lot of parallels that I see in Roblox that you also see on YouTube and other user-generated content sort of platforms. And these things apply across the board, and they're making videos on YouTube and supporting that platform, but I don't see them criticizing the platform the way that they are with Roblox. So we're going to draw a lot of these parallels here during this video. But it is true that people can become successful entrepreneurs on Roblox. They can learn some valuable skills that they can apply in the job market down the road in the future for a very, very long time. So the thing is, I am worried a little bit that these videos sort of discourage entrepreneurship and kind of make people want to give up and not even try on the platform. So we're going to show you lots of examples of this. And again, we're going to be making lots of parallels to YouTube, because again, like, people think that they can come on YouTube and just make some videos and then get a whole bunch of subscribers and then be famous and make a lot of money. But it's going to take work, guys. And that's something that we're going to talk about here a lot in this video as well.
After all, it's impossible to play Roblox without making other Roblox users richer, because you're buying passes for their experiences. You're buying their cosmetics.
Okay, now this is a statement that is just completely false. People can go into Roblox and they can play for free. They don't have to spend any money to sign up, and they don't have to buy any assets. And there's also a lot of free items that are given away during all sorts of events on Roblox. So it's not true that they have to actually end up paying developers by going into the games. They don't have to buy premium. Roblox can be absolutely free.
If kids click on that, they see make anything, reach millions of players, and earn serious cash. Creators like you, it says, are being paid for what they love to do.
Now, you'll see in the follow-up video that this part was removed from the website, but this is true. A lot of people, there are developers around the world that have earned lots of money on the platform and are doing what they love to do, and that is their career. This is not an untrue statement that they put right there on the Roblox website.
I'll let you decide for yourself what chance you think kids have of understanding it.
Another theme here that we're going to talk about that you can see from Quentin in that video is that he seems to think that kids are pretty stupid and pretty irresponsible. Now, you know, kids, obviously, you know, they at a certain age, there's less experience that they had with the world, and there's some experience that needs to be gained in order to be a wiser adult throughout the world. That is very true. But I don't think he gives kids a lot of credit for what they're able to understand, what they're able to produce, what they're able to learn, and how professional they can actually be as young entrepreneurs.
So, making a game in Roblox is easy. It's when you want other people to play it to reach those millions of players that Roblox promised that your journey will start heading uphill.
Okay, so in this statement, I don't remember at any time Roblox saying that it is going to be easy to make a game or it's going to be easy to succeed. Just advertising that it's possible to succeed doesn't mean that they're saying it's easy to do so. A lot of people, YouTube doesn't say, hey, this is going to be really easy to be a content creator, but people come and they watch YouTube and they see a lot of successful people and they think, hey, maybe this is going to be easy, and then they try it, and a lot of them learn that it is very difficult. There's a lot of stuff to learn. There's a huge learning process. Sometimes part of learning is also failing. So with each attempt, these people can learn and they can grow and they can build their skills. But videos like this tend to make it seem like, hey, you know what, guys, just be discouraged. You shouldn't have to try too hard because, guys, it is really, really hard and it's an uphill battle. So don't even try. And I just really don't like that tone of discouragement that goes with these videos.
If you want to figure out what to play on Roblox, it only shows you the 1,000 or so games out of its 20 million that have the most players right now.
Gonna draw another parallel to YouTube here. If you look on YouTube, the YouTube videos that are served to others are from content creators that are already fairly successful. They have proven themselves on the platform. They have shown that they can create content consistently, that they can build an audience, that they can build engagement, and that they've learned how to market their videos with titles and thumbnails. And it's the same sort of thing on Roblox. It's going to take some work, and yeah, generally it's the games from developers who are more skilled and have more knowledge in game development, and the teams that can put those games together that are going to create the games that are going to be served more on the platform, because they do look at the data and they see how much time people are spending in games, and Roblox, just like YouTube, wants to keep people on their platform as long as possible. That's probably their main goal. One of their main goals, I would think, just like YouTube. So when they see games that people are playing, that they're engaged with, they want to promote those games. When they see games that people show up to, they don't like, they've got low ratings and nobody's spending time on those games, then they're probably not going to surface those games as much as the ones that are doing better in the analytics.
Developers hoping that with the right game and the right ads, they'll grab enough players that their game ends up surfacing in the churning froth of the Roblox marketplace.
Sometimes I think of making Roblox games as trying to make a viral TikTok or a viral meme. It's really tricky.
All right, I'm just going to say YouTube again.
If you don't hit that demographic just right, and if you don't get your gameplay loop just right, you fail.
Guys, I just want to let you know right here, there's nothing wrong with failing. And if you view failing the correct way, then you can know that you can only fail forward. There's no such thing as failure because you learn something from every failure. Every attempt, every go that you go for, you're going to learn something. And, you know, it's okay to fail, guys. You can put games together. You can make games that are not going to be great. A lot of people start out from humble beginnings in everything that they try in life, whether you're trying to be a musician or you're trying to be a content creator or you're trying to make games or anything you're trying to do. You're going to start out as a novice and you're going to learn and you're going to fail and you're going to grow, and all of those failures are going to be part of what builds somebody who is skilled and who is confident in what they're doing. So guys, do not be afraid of failure, okay? That's just another point that we've talked about already in this video, is that these videos made by people make games, it makes it seem like, okay, failure means it's over and then I'm a victim. You're not a victim from failure, guys. If you guys choose to fail the right way, guys, is a life lesson in anything, you guys are going to succeed a lot more.
Roblox takes a 30% cut of every transaction on their platform, and then you actually get paid the rest in Robux.
Okay, again, wanted to point out that I do agree with them on this point. I think that the cut, when it comes to the amount of Robux that you can make for games or selling UGC items, it's pretty low, and I really hope that Roblox adjusts that more in the future to be a little bit more tempting for developers to come and develop on the platform.
If any Roblox user wants to take Robux back out of their account and put it in their bank account as actual currency, the minimum withdrawal amount is 100,000 Robux.
Okay, so that's the thing here. There's usually a minimum amount that's necessary for any sort of thing. Again, like YouTube, you have to make a certain amount before they're actually going to pay the money out to you. There's usually a minimum amount that you need for pretty much anything that's going to pay out. So I don't see why it would be any different for Roblox. Now, they put a graphic there too that said it's equal to $1,000 US. I mean, it does actually pay out 350, but Roblox is a profit-making company. They've still got tons of developers making a lot of money on the platform. But yeah, again, I think that the cut could definitely be more for developers. But the fact that there's a minimum threshold seems to make a lot of sense for the company. And the fact that, guys, transactions cost money. Every time they want to make a transaction and pay money to somebody's account, that costs Roblox money. So they don't want to have to spend more money by changing the minimum amount to like 20,000 Robux. And anytime somebody has 20,000 Robux, they have to do another transaction. Now, bringing it down to 50, maybe that would make more sense. And bringing up the amount of money that you can make for 50,000 Robux, I think that would be great too. Maybe that's something that's going to be happening moving into the future, but right now it makes sense that there is a minimum threshold because, guys, transactions do cost money and this is standard.
In making the minimum withdrawal amount so high, Roblox is just increasing the chances that you won't hit that cap, and so we'll just plow the money back into Roblox.
Again, now the direction they seem to be taking here is about being a victim. The person who makes the choice to spend the Robux, that is a personal choice. It is their Robux that they've earned to spend how they want. If they want an item in the platform, they can buy the item in the platform. That is a voluntary exchange that they are making with the Robux that they have. And if they want to practice some restraint and they want to exchange this money so that they can actually get real currency, then they just have to practice that restraint and wait until they meet that threshold and be able to earn that currency. It's just a part of the way it works, guys. And I don't think that we should present this as people are victims because they choose to spend that Robux, guys. That is a personal choice.
Roblox is just doing the same thing as companies like Spotify, Uber, and Airbnb, something known as platform capitalism.
Exactly. So he makes this point that there's a lot of other companies that do this, the ones that he listed, plus YouTube. I don't see any videos on their channel where they're really calling out all of these other companies for the way that they've done what they're doing. But why is Roblox the target here? I just don't get why Roblox has to be responsible for the personal choices of people on their platform.
This is Emil. Emil is 11, and he got his parents to send him to a special summer camp where he could learn to code for Roblox, and then he made a game all by himself. And the game flopped, and he ended up sounding like a disenchanted 30-year-old veteran in an 11-year-old's body.
Okay, so in this part of the video, Quentin speaks to this kid who went to this camp and learned some stuff about Roblox, made a game by himself, and the game didn't succeed. So I didn't get to play this guy's game. I'm not sure the level of quality, but I've played a lot of games that people have said that they've made themselves, and I go in there and sometimes they're not necessarily as impressive as the developer thinks that their game is. It's not necessarily as original, and it's not necessarily as engaging. So again, I didn't play this young man's game, but I encourage him just to learn from this failure. If his game flopped, let's not treat him like a victim of Roblox. It seems like we're treating him like a victim of Roblox, like Roblox promised you success, or this camp that you went to promised you success. He probably learned some valuable skills, whether it was in coding, whether it was in trying to do 3D modeling, something that he can apply to future projects. He can continue to try to make more games in the future, and he can develop skills to where he can actually become a successful developer on the platform. But if we start addressing him right now as, oh, your game flopped, all of these guys lied to you, you're a victim, then we're putting him in this victim mentality, and we're teaching him that, you might as well not try. So I hope that Emil does not take that out of this whole situation and the way that his game flopped. I hope that he continues to develop on the flat platform, and I hope he continues to learn. I really, really hope that this whole thing does not discourage him. And again, I don't want this to discourage any of you guys who are watching this kind of video as well, because because it is all very discouraging, and it makes it sound like Roblox is just this predatory business. And guys, it is not a predatory business like that. There's a lot of positive stories, and we're going to get into that here more later in the video about positive stories and how we can try to spread these positive stories so people can become aware of them. But guys, some games are going to flop. Like I said about failure, guys, we need to fail forward. We need to learn from those failures, and we need to develop and grow.
That Roblox only shows its users games that have tons of fans. But the thing is, Roblox benefits from giving a very small fraction of its developers almost all of the money. Because those successful devs can then keep updating their popular games, or they can make new games, or they can go full-time and hire people to work for them. They can even become celebrities.
Okay, you can take every last word there and you can apply it directly to YouTube and people making content on YouTube. It's the people on YouTube who are succeeding that are getting shown more. They're the ones that are making more money, and they've got the money that they can put back into making more YouTube. I mean, you don't see other people like giving away tens of thousands of dollars on videos like Mr. Beast. Where does Mr. Beast make his money? He makes it from YouTube and sponsorships. Why does he have that? Because he's made videos for a long time and they've performed well. And then once you get some videos that perform well, it's a lot easier to get your videos out in front of audiences and to continue to perform well. That's the way it works with YouTube. That's the way it works with a lot of things that people are going to try. To try to get out in front of people takes a lot of grinding. It takes a lot of hard work.
Comparing it to YouTube, you and I know of many YouTube channels where it's like, oh, well, I'm actually a boss with employees now. And so are all the top Roblox games. You can't organize bosses. Their interests do not align with workers. The workers' power comes from having the ability to stop production, and all bosses everywhere, it is against their interests to stop production.
So the main reason I really just wanted to show that clip was that somebody here in the video is actually finally making the comparison to YouTube. Now, it doesn't seem like Quentin really does much with addressing YouTube or how those practices are similar, which I'd love to see him maybe address some of these parallels himself. But yeah, guys, it's very much like YouTube, and like he said, this is the way business structures work. You know, small businesses, they try to make profits. They hire employees, they work out deals. Sometimes the deals change, there's contracts. Sometimes people, it doesn't work out for them. Sometimes people end up getting the short end of the stick and trying to learn that, hey, next time I need to make a better contract and a better working situation for myself. Again, we're learning, and there's failure as a part of this process, and guys, we fail forward.
Lower your expectations. There are millions of experiences on Roblox and only a handful become top games. Make sure to have fun even if only a few people play your game.
So that is some advice at the end of that first video that is from an experienced developer on the platform, and I completely agree with that, guys. Lower your expectations. In this video, like, they're pretending that Roblox builds these crazy expectations and promises success and says that it's going to be easy, but they don't actually do that. They're trying to highlight successes. Of course they're trying to highlight successes. What company and what platform doesn't try to do that? All these social media platforms are trying to highlight successes. Any company is going to try to highlight success, and they're not going to tell you, hey, guys, just letting you know that this is going to be very, very difficult, and they're not going to try to put out information in their press releases that are going to try to discourage people from even trying. So it seems like the goal of this video is almost to try to discourage people from trying, or to try to take this standpoint of victimhood if you don't have success. But I just don't want you guys to build that sort of mentality in Roblox development or anywhere else.
99.9% of them flame out and make no money at all. That doesn't affect Roblox's bottom line one bit.
Should I say it, guys? Should I say it? YouTube. Yep. 99.9% of the videos on YouTube flop, and the content creators flop, and they burn out, and most of them end up giving up. Yeah, it happens. Some people, after failures, they do choose to give up. But it's the ones that don't give up that end up succeeding in the long run.
Once you're in Roblox, it is impossible to extract your game or your work or even your skills from Roblox because it's such a idiosyncratic system to work with.
Okay, so I disagree with this statement because if you are working in Roblox, if you are learning scripting, Lewis scripting and the logic that you learn there is going to be very valuable, whether you want to learn other tools like C++, C Sharp, or Java, whatever. Learning scripting, if you learn some logic and one language, it really does help you to learn how to pick up other languages as well. And there's other platforms that also use Lewis scripting as well. So the learning of the scripting is a valuable skill that can be applied outside of the Roblox platform. Same with 3D modeling. If somebody is doing 3D modeling inside of Roblox, that's probably not pretty common. A lot of them are doing it in Blender and other programs that they can take their skills and they can export those skills to other platforms. Same thing with management, working with a team, and so many other things that you can learn from working on a game in Roblox.
What makes Roblox money is empowering kids to become workers with unreasonable expectations of what they can achieve on this platform in a way that would be illegal if it wasn't happening online.
See, I don't believe that this is really fair because, again, Roblox isn't making any promises to anybody. They are highlighting success stories. They do have a platform out there that is an opportunity for a lot of people to be able to develop games and make money. They can develop UGC items. There's all sorts of ways that Roblox is working to try to make money for people who leverage their platform to build a career. And I just don't think that this is a very fair assessment, and it sort of portrays Roblox as a little bit of a nefarious company that doesn't care about the people on its platform and is lying to people and saying that it is possible, and really the reality is that it is impossible, when that is not actually true. So I honestly don't believe that this person, Quentin, has a really good grasp on how Roblox actually works.
I think that kids should be encouraged, but they shouldn't be lied to about how easy it is, because it's not easy.
And that's the main point here, guys. It's not easy. Roblox never said it was going to be easy. Nobody ever said that life was going to be easy. So really, guys, Roblox and success on anything, whether it's Roblox or YouTube, or if you're trying to start a business selling something on Amazon, or if you're trying to start a business with a food truck or whatever, any sort of business that you guys are going to create is not going to be easy. It is going to take hard work, is going to take failures, there's going to be challenges, and there's going to be sacrifices that are going to be made as a part of your success. But every challenge that you overcome and every failure that you learn from also makes you that much more proud about every level of success that you reach. And again, success, guys, it takes hard work. And if you do succeed, one thing that I would recommend, try to help others to succeed as well. I have heard stories of some developers in this platform, some horror stories of people stealing each other's code, and there's going to be hopefully ways to regulate it. There's going to be a second video here where we're going to address the second video made by these guys over at People Make Games. But this video I wanted to make just to make sure I could address the first video and what they said, and then we're going to take a second video here, and that will be coming out very soon. So please, guys, make sure you subscribe and you've got the notification bell on. Thank you guys for your time. Again, I would love to have you subscribe and hit that notification bell, and we'll talk to you guys later.